USD spikes as Fed Chair Powell rules out negative rates in the US. It's a no to NIRP, negative interest rate policy, by the way. So guys, today we had Fed Chair Powell. It was the key moment of the day, and there was a lot of anticipation going into this speech with the Fed Chair, because in the last couple of weeks there's been increasing speculation that the Fed might entertain negative interest rate policy. So you know the ECB, they've got rates at negative 0.5%, the BOJ negative rates at minus 0.1%. And the SNB negative 0.75%. So there was some speculation that maybe the Fed would do the same thing. This speculation arose because, guys, we talk about money markets quite a lot. Basically, you can essentially, to hedge risk as an investor, you can bet on where you think interests are going to be in the future. And then you, according to the demand for certain types of bets, you can then calculate the implied probability that the market is telling you about the future path of rates. And basically, money markets started to show that there was some small possibility of rates going negative in early 2021. However, since this has been a bit of a hot topic, and it was moving the dollar a couple of days ago, remember, a lot of Fed speakers have been coming out, and they had all basically been saying they're either against it, or the Fed's not thinking about it, or the Fed doesn't need to do it. But the thing is, you have to wait for Powell, because Powell is the big dog at the Fed. He is the chair. He is the main man at the Fed. So we were thinking going into this speech today that Fed Chair Powell was going to rule it out. But we weren't 100% sure. There was always that risk that he was going to maybe leave it on the table a bit, and then USD could have been absolutely slammed. But anyway, what did he do? He pretty much echoed what all of those other Fed members were saying. He said the Fed is unanimously not for negative rates at the moment. He said, and he was arguing basically about how the Fed has plenty of other policy options it will do before negative rates. And we did see the dollar strengthen in wake of that. We did also see some risk assets take a bit of a hit as well. So look at the levels I put in the blog below. Aussie dollar got hit quite hard, and stocks have been seeing a bit of downside as well. To be honest, I don't think that's to do with him refuting negative rates, because I think pretty much everybody already thought that we're not going to get negative rates in the US, and we were just looking for that confirmation from Powell. But the other thing about Powell's speech is he was very, very downbeat about the outlook for the US economy. You know, he's talking about how this is the worst economic shock we've had in, you know, modern times, all this kind of stuff. The thing is, this is all things he's said before, but every time you listen to the Fed chair speak about how bad the economy is like that, it can cause a few jitters. So we did see a bit of downside in risk assets. But yeah, guys, listen, negative rates, all these themes, we cover them all at Freak Network. For our members in real time, they got to cover that in real time with me and Ken. So do check out our memberships. That is pretty much it from me for now, and I'll see you in the next one.